Hi, 3 and 4 year old leaders and our Wonder Kids leaders. We are preparing for January 27th, and today we are going to talk about Moses. If you will remember, we have learned about Joseph and all about how God had a plan for Joseph, and Joseph needed to be there so that he could save his family. And that leads us into the next story. At the end of Genesis, it tells us about the end of Joseph's life and how God had prepared Joseph to be the one that would take the next step from Abraham to Isaac to Jacob to Joseph, so that God could continue to show the Israelites that he was going to make a way for them to come out of Egypt. Now we need Moses to come on the scene so we can see this happen. And so we're going to tell Moses's birth story today, a story you've probably told many times, but maybe putting it in perspective from where we're coming from and knowing that God needed all those other things to happen so that Moses could be born at the right time in the right place for him to see the people come out of Egypt. And that's not going to happen yet. He has to be born. And so when Moses is born, Pharaoh is not happy. Poor Pharaoh. I think he's never happy. Anyway, so he wants all of the firstborn sons killed, and he doesn't like the Israelites. And so Moses' mom puts him in a basket and floats him in the river, and then Pharaoh's daughter finds him. So your activity today, you'll have a paper that looks like this with the bottom line at the top of the page as well as the memory verse. And then you will have some baby Moses. And kids will take these baby Moses and glue them to their paper to remember that God was making a way for Moses to have a life. Now, I forgot, you have your Duck, Duck, Goose game. Continue to play that. And then your memory verse activity after all of this is kids can color their blue paper too as well if you want them to. So your memory verse is, but I have been the Lord your God, pointing to God, ever since you came out of Egypt, like you're riding a horse. Remember, we're preparing the way for the people to actually come out of Egypt. So that God can continue to make his plans happen so Jesus can be born where Jesus is born and all this crazy stuff. You shall acknowledge me. You shall acknowledge no God but me, no Savior, remember the sign for Jesus, no Savior except me, Hosea 13:4. That's your lesson. You can pray and dismiss your kiddos. Thank you for leading. We have our luncheon today. I hope you're staying with us after leading today. If you didn't plan to come, but you can, come anyway. We made extra food for you. We would love to have you come be a part of our meeting. Come get to know the rest of the people that serve on our children's team, and make sure that all of us are on the same page with our policies and procedures that help create safe, welcoming environments. If you need me at any time, please reach out. I would love to sit and visit with you or to have coffee sometime soon. I am so thankful for you guys and the leadership you provide for our kiddos.